All right, good morning to you. This is the April 28th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here with you. Some of us had some scattered showers and thunderstorms yesterday and then even through the night into this morning. Additional scattered storms a possibility today. And then kind of a tricky forecast for the weekend. I'll delve into that here as today's edition of the video rolls along. Let's begin with a look at a couple of the web cameras across the state of North Carolina. Avalon Pier, wet this morning. And the Beach Mountain Parkway camera also indicating some recent rain in parts of the mountains. 59 degrees temperature there at Kill Devil Hills. 54 atop Beach Mountain. That Beach Mountain cam courtesy of our friends there at resortcams.com. Yesterday, pretty nice day around the Charlotte area. Very warm day. Really didn't have much in the way of any showers or storms across most of southern North Carolina. The action was up north, and I'll show you more on that in just a second. Pretty good rain totals in some spots. These are 5 o'clock hour temperatures this morning, 60s in a lot of areas, even some 70s for the coastal spots this morning. And there's the radars. We've gone through the past 6 hours. Again, as expected, it's been this zone here, roughly I-40 and points north. It's been most convectively active here, most of the showers and storms occurring that way. And as we have gone over the past 24 hours, again, notice not much rain, South Carolina and southern North Carolina, but some pretty good rain totals in the northern tier of the state. In fact, some locations up in parts of Stokes and Rockingham counties up over 2 inches of rain. And I'll see if I can pan this eastward. And you notice there's some rain totals that are even higher in some locations further to the east from there. Now, again, these are all radar estimated rain totals, but there's some areas around parts of the Raleigh-Durham viewing area upwards of 4 or 5 inches of rain estimated by radar over in that direction. Now we take a peek at the radar now as I cut the video. And again, it's still the northern tier of the state, generally speaking, where most of the action's occurring. A little complex of storms moving through Surrey and Wilkes County. Again, at 5 o'clock hours, I'm cutting this video. And I'll show you what's ahead in just a second. Had 80s across the Triad viewing area yesterday. Same story around the Charlotte area, even all the way up to 89 in Wadesboro and 88 in Rockingham yesterday. 90 in Columbia, 88 in Fayetteville, and it will be another pretty warm day today as well. Now notice this cooler air in the northeast. That's going to try to kind of bleed in here from the north over the next several days, but still very warm today. As we look at the surface map, this frontal boundary to the north close enough that the northern tier of the state continues to see scattered showers and storms, and then as this front works in from the west, could really anybody in the Carolinas fair game to pick up a scattered thunderstorm. But again, you notice the greatest concentration of showers and storms could very well wind up being in the northern tier of the state. That's where there's a slight risk of severe weather, roughly Greensboro and Raleigh areas and surrounding counties. Everybody basically in a marginal threat of severe storms. And this is not a huge tornado threat day. It's for the possibility of hail and wind. There's your hail probabilities, wind the same. So these are not huge probabilities, but definitely something that we need to watch for maybe a strong or severe storm, mainly this afternoon and early this evening. Very warm day once again all across the region. I will take a peek at what we're looking like for tomorrow. A good-looking weather day overall. A lot of sunshine as Friday rolls along. Very warm day as well once again. But again, notice this cooler air hanging around just off to the northeast. I'll try to bleed in here for Saturday. And it's a challenging forecast. There's a lot of discrepancies between the various modeling, and I'll show you that here in detail in just a second. But here's the basic idea. I think Saturday morning, early afternoon, mainly dry. But as you get deeper into the afternoon, down around this frontal boundary in southern North Carolina, rain chances become a possibility. And then we'll continue to have rain opportunities into Sunday, too. Look at the temperature spread for highs Saturday. 91 in Columbia. It could struggle to hit 70 up near the Virginia border. And as we go deeper into the weekend, again, here's the GFS depiction, more detail in just a second. But the bottom line is it looks kind of wet for Sunday. So here's what's happening in the upper levels. This is your 500 millibar chart from the European model. And then again, the reason this is so tough Sunday and even into next week is you have a lot of disturbances flying around off to the north. Eventually that'll amplify and drive a pretty sharp cold front through here next week. But the timing of that's very much up in the air. All right, let me show you the Canadian model first. And it brings the rain in Saturday afternoon across Piedmont and North Carolina. And then you continue with a wet weather scenario for Sunday. That's Sunday afternoon's precipitation. These are temperatures early afternoon Sunday. And again, very cool some cold air damming in the northern tier of North Carolina, but it gets much warmer as you go further to the south. Now let's start with today on the GFS. There's your scattered shower and thunderstorm chance, some instability there, so we'll watch the thunderstorm potential too for tomorrow, for today rather. Now tomorrow looks rain-free. Pretty good weather day rather, and pretty interesting temperature day too. Look at all the 90s, Georgia, Alabama, and parts of South Carolina, but getting progressively cooler as you head further to the northeast. Now, on to Saturday. Dry through early afternoon on the GFS, but then as you get deeper into the afternoon, there's the rain beginning to develop into the region. And again, you had that big temperature spread for highs Saturday across the region. So there we are, Saturday early evening. You continue through Saturday night, and this is what we look like by daybreak Sunday, and then continuing, this is Sunday early afternoon, and then Sunday afternoon into early evening. You continue to have that chance of rain and a few thunderstorms around. The GFS, now remember this, it's in dry for Monday and dry for Tuesday. Remember that. All right, let me show you the European solution. It too, by Saturday afternoon, wants to develop some light rain into parts of the Carolinas. The rain intensifies Saturday night. And again, it's kind of a wet scenario. That's Sunday morning, Sunday early afternoon, and then Sunday evening. Kind of a wet Sunday scenario on the European model as well. But look at this. Remember that dry forecast I showed you as you got into the next work week on the GFS? Well, not the case on the European. It is a very wet Tuesday and Tuesday night on the European computer model before eventually this trough buckles in. So very challenging forecast for early next work week. I still think a pretty good shot of cooler air late in the week. I think this is probably a little bit overdone, but just to show you, this is what the GFS model is depicting for lows next Friday morning, the 6th of May. That's cold. That's probably, again, a little bit too cold, but you get the idea. Maybe toward the end of the forecast cycle, and a pretty good shot of chilly weather late next week. Again, challenging forecast this weekend. A lot of outdoor plans going on this weekend, and we'll hope for the best. Again, I think Saturday the better of the two weekend days, and then as you get toward late in the day, Saturday into Sunday, we're fair game to pick up some rain at times. All right, that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Everybody have a great day, and God bless.